This sounds so silly, but I always knock the camera. Hello and welcome back to my channel. It is only me, Jess, from The Fat Funny One, and I am doing what is in my hospital bag. Now, I'm going to caveat that a little bit. There are some things I've ordered that haven't come yet, so I'll just talk about them. And also, this is just the stuff that's in my hospital bag for me. I'm going to do a separate video and a separate one about baby, but actually I think for baby there's actually not that much you need, like, you know, like the regular nappies, cotton wool or wipes, whichever your preference, some clothes, some hats. There's very little that you really need, but actually for mum and for recovery, I always think there's quite a few things that I wish I had first time round that I sent her out to get second time round, and this time round I'm just trying to be a bit more prepared. Some things are just like standard that you will obviously clearly need while you're in the hospital after having a baby, and other things are probably luxury items, treat items, things that I just think will make life a little bit easier in those first few moments where you're a bit like, what? I said, oh baby, say what? A whole human. I obviously did a video about C-sections. It is possible that I'll have a third. I still don't know the answer to that yet. So what I want to do is just talk about some of the things that I've got, particularly for C-section recovery and things that have made that easier. So yeah, here goes. Slippers. Oh my gosh, so I got these, I think I bought them in Matalan in the sale because it's me. Now, slippers are a must. Now, I recommend you actually take slippers and flip-flops. And the reason being is if you need to stay at the hospital for any length of time and you need to use the shower, I'm a bit funny with like public showers, swimming pools, that sort of thing. The floor feels funny and whatever. Anyway, take some flip-flops that you can wear into the shower, and then when you come out and your feet are dry and you're just walking around the wall, slippers are a must. Now, I treated myself to these. They were $4.50 in the sale and they're so warm and fluffy. Also, try not to get slippers with a back on, simply because, especially if you've had a C-section, bending and moving is quite hard. So to be able to slip your foot in and then have to pull the back up can be a bit of a pain. So you just want slippers that require kind of no bending, easy, and you can just slip your foot in. So I've got some of these. An obvious one, maternity pads. Now, however you choose to buy them, whether you use reusable, whether you use disposable, or whatever that might look like, you just need to take some with you. I know it sounds really obvious, but there were so many women in my ward when I had, in the shared bay I had when I had Isabella, who forgot. It sounds so silly, but yeah, so if you can, I just get huge, the biggest ones. The biggest ones. So I've got some of those. I've actually got 2 packets, but I don't need to show you 2 packets because just one. Yeah. Face wipes. Now, the reason why I say face wipes, I actually take a pack of face wipes and a pack of normal wipes, like baby wipes or body wipes, because for the first kind of 24 hours, especially if you've had a cesarean, you can't get up and go for a proper wash or a shower, but you want to feel a bit refreshed. You kind of want to still feel like you're a bit clean, and this is how I felt anyway. So face wipes are an absolute must, so at least you can like cleanse and clean your face, and the same with wipes. You can kind of just wipe where you can wipe and feel as fresh as you can. So that also goes with getting a really nice deodorant and also a really nice possible body mist or body spray. I'd go a bit less on the fragrance, like really heavily fragranced items, just because they're not good for baby and you want to be as natural as possible. But yeah, these are a must. Speaking of face products, this is where I just go extra AF. I am taking a face mask. I know, so extra. Who's actually gonna have time to use it? But when your skin, my skin gets really dry, and it's really warm in maternity wards, like so warm. Now, I am packing this stuff in case I'm having a cesarean and I'm staying overnight for at least 2 nights, 1 or 2 nights. So this is just a little something to make me feel a little bit more refreshed. I always look really grey after I've had the kids, and just a bit, yeah, not so glam. So I thought I would treat myself. So I've got this one from Neutrogena, and it's a hydrogel recovery mask, which I think I'm going to need. The other thing I've got, which I swear by, is space masks. Now, this one is empty, but I have just ordered a box. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I've ordered a whole box of them. I think they come in boxes of 5, and I've ordered some, but these are literally the best things ever. They are. It's a lovely lady called Harriet who owns the business, and you just open them and they're like, you know, like eye masks, and they hook behind your ears, but they heat up and they're so good to get you off to sleep. One of the things I really struggled with in the hospital and in a shared ward is sleeping, because the noise, the lights are really bright, it's really hot, there's a lot of people around. It's just such an unfamiliar surrounding for most people. So it's one of the things that I wanted to make sure I could try and encourage more of was sleep. If you also ordered the red packet, it's rose scented, but they also donate money to charity. It's a cancer charity every time you purchase a box, so I always purchase the red ones. If you can't get face masks for any reason, then just an eye mask in general is a must. Also goes with earplugs or headphones. I freaked out because I was like, if I put headphones in, I'm not gonna be able to hear the baby cry, but they just muffle out kind of other surrounding noise, not your actual baby crying. You will hear your baby crying. The other thing I've got is this from Mamma Mia, and it's a cooling gel for your legs. That sounds a bit random, but one of the things that I found, especially post-surgery when I had a C-section, was my legs were really achy. They do normally put on some circulation tights or stockings on your legs, but when they come off, I just found my legs really achy. They've been numb. It just felt a bit weird, and this stuff feels amazing. Your skin can also be quite itchy and a few things like that. It's really refreshing, especially for swollen feet as well. So if you've got a lovely birthing partner or a family member or friend visiting you, grab this and just ask them to put it on your legs and feet, and it feels really good. The other thing I would recommend is a good nipple balm or product. Now, whether you're breastfeeding or not, completely up to you, but one of the things I will recommend is that you have something just to protect your, you know, nips, because they can be quite sore, especially if you are feeding following the first few days of kind of getting to grips with that. So I knew that from the first time I fed Sophia, and I kind of was like, right, I'm definitely taking like all the nipple creams, everything I can find. This is one in particular is from Kits and Kin. It is called Breast Balm, and it is really nice. The other one that I really recommend is from Lanasan, I think that's how you say it. It's in like a purple tube. Really great product. I will link it below. I'll link all of these below, but really nice product. They're almost like really thick Vaselines, but they're always normally natural. They do tell you to wipe them off before you feed baby, but they are brilliant, and I really recommend getting something just to help protect the nips. One of the things I swear by, just day to day, but especially post baby, is some seriously big pants. Like, you need the biggest you can find. Like, you want to take up a whole line on the washing line. Like, they just need to be huge. I got these from Sloggy, and I bought them from Fig Leaves online. Great, they were in the sale, even better. Now, they were pricier than kind of average multi-pack of pants. It came in a pack of 3, and there are, you know, cheaper ones out there, but the quality of these are really nice. Seam as well is really light, but especially for post C-section, you want high pants that will come above basically like under your boobs, but really high so they don't rub along your scar. Please avoid low briefs. Oh, there's someone at the door. Please avoid low briefs, especially post C-section, just because that can really rub against your wound and it's not very comfortable. So the bigger the pants, the better. The other thing I bought from Fig Leaf, obviously nursing bras and stuff are a must, especially if you're going to choose to go down that route and nurse your baby, because they're just comfortable. I definitely recommend, just in general, no underwire. Whether you're feeding or not, your milk will come in and it will just feel really tight and it's just not very comfortable, and you're going to be in bed a lot of the time. So I would kind of sack off underwire for a moment, and I actually bought this. It is called the Comfort Sleep Bra, and I bought this, and I've got it in, I think I got it in a large or an extra large. Similar fabric to the pants actually. Really soft, and a really nice seam, which seems quite stretchy, but also doesn't look like it'll dig in. It's not very hard elastic, and I definitely recommend something like this. You just want something really, really comfortable, whether you sleep in it or don't. You just want something that you can wear, especially if you are going to take breast pads with you, which falls nicely along to these bad boys. Now this is the company, actually, I was talking about that make the nipple cream, Lansana. Look, I can't say it, but I've got some breast pads. Now these I'm just taking to the hospital. I have actually got washable breast pads to use moving forward, but for the hospital and for convenience sake I have got disposables. Please don't at me, like I'm trying. I've got washable ones, but these are great. I found these when I had Sophia to be the most absorbent, which is why I've gone with them again, and then I've got some washable ones again from the same brand that I will keep at home. Now one thing I do swear by, and I know it sounds probably a little bit silly, is I treat myself to some really nice pajamas, and I recommend everybody do this. Once you've had your baby, again, however that birth may be, first shower you have after having a baby is literally, let's just take a minute to appreciate the goodness in that shower. Like, it's the most life-changing shower you will ever have in your life. Everything changes. You go in and you come out and you're just like, and you feel so much better. And the best thing after that moment is to put on some absolutely lush pajamas or nightie, whatever your preference. So I've treated myself and I got these gorgeous ones. I got them from Fig Leaves again. I got a lot from Fig Leaves because I had a really good sale. I will link them below. And I've actually got them, I'm normally a size 16 to 18, but I've got them in a size 20 for a couple of reasons. One, comfort, pure comfort. Pajamas should be big and baggy and comfortable. And two, just because I've obviously still got a bit more time left. I don't know how much more I'm going to grow, how much more weight I'm going to gain, and I just want to make sure I've got something that fits, that's comfortable. They are, oh, look, you can just see how soft they look. They feel amazing. Camilla soft touch button through PJs. The other thing I recommend, if you are going to treat yourself to some new pajamas or nighties, get button down if possible, simply because if you are going to nurse your baby, you want to be able to get in and out quite easily. And I've made that mistake where I've pulled a jumper on and you've got to lift the whole thing up, or it's just a pain, especially if you've got a nightie. So if you can, button up or button down is essential. But I've got these, so I'm really looking forward to wearing pajamas. I debated ordering the matching robe, but I think I'm going to go for it. When you are buying a dressing gown, and I definitely recommend one, especially for hospital stays, get one a similar like fabric to this, so almost like a jersey or cotton fabric. Really try and avoid fluffy, fleecy dressing gowns. Now the ones that I will have at home are fluffy and fleecy, and the problem with that is it is hot. I know I've said that before, but honestly maternity wards are so hot because obviously they want to keep the temperature warm for the babies, which can be such a pain for you when you're just hot and sweaty, and it's a lot. So definitely try and get a dressing gown that's light and easy to wear. And last but not least, to show you, I've got a few more things to recommend, but one last thing to show you from Fig Leaves again, I got a nursing cami. So this is just a vest top with an inbuilt support. So it's got an inbuilt support there, but it's just a really soft, oh, I've just unclipped it. It's just a really nice vest top with nursing clips on here. And it's really, really soft. I've got this in an 18. Now the reason why I've got this is because when you have had your first couple of days in pajamas, especially if you're staying in the hospital for a little bit or even at home, you want to move into things that feel like clothes again, but obviously are still really soft, really comfortable and really practical, and this was fab. That's probably one other tip I'd give you, is if you are buying new pajamas or a gown or clothes to wear to and from the hospital or home, I would definitely recommend darker colours, simply because after having a baby obviously there are a lot of, let's say, bodily fluids, and I made the mistake of having like a really light grey pyjama set and gown the first time round, and things got stained, and then I felt really uncomfortable, and it just wasn't a very nice experience, and I felt really embarrassed in the ward. Not that anybody cared, but it was me, and I would definitely recommend now going for slightly darker colours just to help A few other products that I'd like to recommend that I haven't got to hand but will be getting is a good face mist or a fan. And I say that for a few reasons, whether you're labouring or in the ward. Again, I keep going on about how hot it is. Fan or a face mist is brilliant, especially if you can't open any windows or get out to get some fresh air. Just a little handheld fan, you can get them from anywhere, a pound shop, online, wherever. And a good face mist, I think I used the Evian one last time when I had Isabella, and just a quick spritz can make you feel so much better and so much more refreshed. Also, your makeup bag, not that anyone's gonna have time to do their makeup, but sometimes when you've got visitors you just want a bit of a boost. I remember looking back at a picture, funny story, Trevor's sister took a picture with Sophia when they came to visit at the hospital, and I'm in the background in bed, and I swear to you, like, I literally look like, oh, I'm like all grey, and I'm just like in bed, it's just not, but I just had a baby, so you know, whatever it is, what it is. But moving forward, I would like to just feel a bit more fresh when people come to visit, even if it's just as simple as mascara and eyebrows, like whatever that might be. Definitely take your makeup bag with you. And then just other items which are really obvious, but obviously your toothbrush, a flannel, things like that. You need to just take a toiletry bag with you with all of the things that make you feel good. Other things to really never forget and to take a list with you are like chargers, change, or money. Try not to take large sums of money, obviously, but not all the time. If you're in the hospital, can you buy things with your debit card? So it's well worth taking a little purse with some change in it, or a few pounds in if there's a vending machine, etc. But also some snacks. Always take snacks, things that are just going to make you feel good and keep your energy up. And obviously, who doesn't want a big bar of Galaxy chocolate after you've just had a baby? I do. I actually might just pack a whole cake this time. Really go prepared. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's any other items that you took that you could not live without and absolutely want to recommend, then definitely pop them below. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye. My hair looks weird. Bear with me. Really, oh my gosh, I just clipped the other one. Found earmuffs. Earmuffs? Not earmuffs. Oh, let me start that again because I leaned forward. Ah! They were £4.50. And just 2